I wanted to I wanted to come on here today because I've been doing a lot of talking about how to get in the media, and I've really focused hard on helping people increase their visibility into profitability through media exposure. And I think it's really important, though. It's really easy to online to just take a leap and not really do a lot of foundational groundwork. And what I've seen, especially what I've seen for, I don't know, 30 years in broadcasting and journalism, is one of the biggest things that I always paid attention to, and that I know that my peers and colleagues always paid attention to, was really how ready someone was to have exposure, right? So there's a few things that we look at in determining, is this person a good interviewee? Are they going to be good for my program? Are they going to be good for my article? And then, there's a lot to being a journalist, being in the media, and part of what you do is also increase your own credibility. So every time someone has a story or someone has an interview, how well that goes also goes on their reel. So I think that's really important to keep in mind, that it's not just you getting in the media and helping your business and your company and your profession, right? These are people that are doing the same thing. So the better you look for them, the more likely they're going to include you in their reel, the more you're also going to help them for maybe their next journey on their job journey, their career journey, right? So those are some things to keep in mind. But first, I really wanted to share with you, first of all, let me just make sure before I go too far that I'm live. Let's just make sure. Okay, looks like we are. Good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I haven't gone live on my laptop in a while, so I just wanted to make sure we were still here. So if you are joining me, say hello. Let me know you're here. I'd love to know where you are in this process. Are you a business owner? Are you already getting media? Are you looking to get more media? Maybe you aren't even sure why or if you should look to get media for your business. So one of the great things that I'll talk about a lot is how media exposure can really help you grow your business, really help you blow up not just your own credibility and how you look online to your potential clients, but also to other media who are then going to look, once you start pitching, once you become, or maybe you already are, someone that the media is really looking for to help them with their stories, then we want to make sure that you look credible. We want to make sure that you are the person showing up for yourself and for them. It's going to be a win-win situation, right? So one of the things that I really like to push home is that this is not just, oh yay, I was in the media, here's my little reel. This will help your business so much, as opposed to going one-to-one to get more business or constantly showing up and burning yourself out online. Getting media exposure can really help shortcut that process for you and can help bring in much more aligned and warm people into your community who already love you. I mean, if someone sees you in the media or they hear your story, they're automatically connected to you when they come to your communities, when they come to your social media accounts, when they reach out, right? So that's something I want to make really, really clear. Hi, Mark. Thanks for joining. That's something I want to make really clear, though, is really looking at, are you ready? What are the benefits to your business? And how can you streamline this whole process? Because as a successful business owner, sometimes we don't have time to add another plate, right? To add another piece to our puzzle. We're already so stressed out. So I want to share with you today, I'll go ahead and get into it, but the name of this live stream is about just really helping you get more visibility and making sure that you're actually ready to get the media exposure. So without further ado, I want to really talk about how to know if you or your business are ready for media exposure. And the very first thing that I always talk about, and I'm a huge proponent of, is getting clear on your message. So the last thing you want to do is show up in the media and not be able to really articulate who you are, what you do, because those are the important pieces to you. So the message is great in why you're on the interview or what you're talking about, but one piece that needs to be crystal clear is, who are you and why are you even here? What makes you the person who's credible, the authority, to talk to them. So getting really clear and concise on your message. So being able to say it in one sentence, being able to say it in 2 or 3 sentences, right? And then there's the 30-second elevator pitch. I would say to the media, less is more. So start out with one sentence of, who you are, who you are here to help, and how you do it, right? So get very clear about that. And then you can start expanding into your story of, here's like a little, maybe one sentence of my bio, right? Add a little bit more, add a little bit of my credibility. This is why I'm an expert and I'm an authority to speak on this topic, right? So getting really, really clear about your message, who you are, practice it to everyone you meet, so that when you do get that media exposure, when someone does call you for that interview, you can say it in your sleep. Because the more you can do that, by the way, as a little trick, the more you know your message, the less stage fright and the less fear and things that you'll feel, because you know that no matter what happens, you know your message, you know who you are. So when you get super, super clear on that, then that's how you know that you're ready. So step number 2 is you're already visible. So the last thing you want to do is submit these pitches, break through all those inner blocks that you have to break through to finally start pitching yourself and get yourself out there. And then no one replies, because when they go and they look at your social profile or they look at your website, they're not really seeing you as an expert because you're not really visible. And you may be the world's best kept secret, or what you feel like is a big deal online. Maybe you're really great offline. But if you're doing things out there and the media can't see, it's like a paper trail for the media. When they look at whether or not they want to interview you, they're going to look at your background. They're going to look at how much is this person showing up? Do they look like an expert? Do they talk about, are they an authority in the things that I'm going to bring them on the show to talk about? Or I'm going to do an interview with them, or I'm going to write an article up about them. Because if they go to your socials and they go to your website and you're not an expert, you're not talking about some of the things that they're looking to talk about, it actually makes them look bad. Because the same way that they're coming to your socials and they're searching for what you do, all the public is going to do the same thing. So they're going to say, well, I don't really see, the public is going to say, well, I don't really see, how is this person an expert if you're not showing up online, or you haven't done anything that shows you've already spoken about these topics in the media. So maybe it's not your first, but it's your second or third media appearance, and you already have a couple of things. Make sure you have those up on your website, up on your socials, very clearly linked and very visible. Because I don't know if you saw my post a couple of days ago, but the media is very busy. You need to be their easy button. You need to make sure everything is up front, very clear, very easy for them to see. They don't have time to spend 30 minutes looking to see. Let's be honest, you're not Oprah Winfrey. They're not going to spend a ton of time to see if you're a good fit for them. That's your job up front. So you've got to be online. You've got to be visible. You have to be showing up and speaking about the things that you really want to talk about with them. All right, number 3 is you need to have a place to take them. You need to have a place to take the people who come to you through the visibility efforts. So it's great if you're showing up online and you're doing all these great things, but if people are seeing you, let's say you get on the Today Show, for example, right? If you get on the Today Show or you get in Oprah Magazine and you're talking about these great things and people are so inspired by you and they come to your Facebook page, well, we're on Facebook, right? So they come to your Facebook page and you're talking about these great things, but they don't know where to find you. There's no link to your website with a way to at least capture their email, or there isn't a call to action for them to message you so that you can start conversations with them and start creating relationships with them. Then what you've done is all of this work. You've gotten clear on your message, you've been going live, you've been doing all these great things, and now all of these leads they get dropped. So you're talking into a black hole and no one knows where to go from there. Same thing that we talk about with the media, make it really easy for the media to find you, to see how credible you are, and then to reach out and get that interview with you. The same thing goes for your public that comes through those visibility efforts. Make it very clear, let them know right up front who you are, what you're doing, what you offer, how they could work with you, why they need you, right? These are all some really important things. You already likely do that as an authority online. You already likely have this, but just make sure that it's super clear. If I click on your social media profile, I want to know right away, oh, this is what they do. So maybe it's your profile cover photo where you have your current group, or you have your current offer out there, or your current schedule of when you live stream, so people can find you and start creating that relationship with you. So whatever you decide to do, just make sure you have a way for people to come into your community and for you to also connect with them. So we want it to be a two-way relationship. Just like with the media, your public needs a two-way relationship with you. And I know I'm probably saying a lot of things about the business that you already know, but I wanted to really connect the dots for you on how your business and then working with the media and getting media coverage and that earned publicity, they work the same way. So don't do all these great things for your business and then just drop the ball when it comes to getting media. Make their job easier. Show the authority that you are. Because if you and I are connected, chances are we're either friends from high school or way back, or we met online in a group or something like that, or you're an authority online. If I've reached out to you, chances are you're an authority, you're doing great things, you have purpose-driven work, and you really are ready to elevate to that next step. So those are my 3 tips for today about how to know if you're really ready for media exposure. And I'm going to actually do a 3-part series on this because there's so much information. And as I started going through what I wanted to share and what I thought would be really valuable to help you grow and expand your business and do it through media exposure and really pull together the experience and some of the lessons that I learned being in the media and how I kind of ran throughout my day and talking to my colleagues and how they're doing it, I really came across, I started to understand that things that we take for granted in the industry might not be that obvious to people like yourself who are looking to get in the media and how do I grow my business and what do I do. So I wanted to bring some really, really valuable tools. So tomorrow I'm actually going to come on here around the same time and I'm going to talk to you about how to actually figure out how to get in the media, right? So to figure out who do I want to actually start pitching? Who do I want to have conversations with? Where do I want to start creating relationships? How do I find what the media is even looking for right now? So these are some things that I'm going to talk to you about tomorrow. So for today, that's it. My 3 steps, basically how to know if you're ready to get media. So number 1 is have a very clear message and really be able to articulate that so clearly, so easily without even thinking about it. The second one is to already have visibility. So you want to already be showing up. You don't want to pitch someone and then start doing stuff and go, okay, yeah, see, all of a sudden now I'm going to show up as an authority. You have to be the authority. So if you're not already doing that, make sure you do it. Make sure everything is consistent across your socials, your website, all of that stuff, whether you have a website or not. And then the third thing is have a place to take the people who see you in the magazine or in the newspaper, on the news, or whatever show. So make sure that you're capitalizing because this is a business. You're in business. So if you're going to get media publicity, you have a business and you want to have a place to take people and a place for them to be very clear that that's what you're doing and they definitely know that you're their person for whatever it is that they want to do because there's no question. You've articulated. It's very, very clear to them. So those are my 3 steps. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this, please feel free, drop a comment or a question and let me know if this resonates with you or if you have maybe some questions. I love to help. You want to drop a message? I'll gladly help you. So I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, and we'll chat soon.